guys, welcome back to the Matt Chat Podcast with yours truly, Uncle P, Paulie P, Big Sexy, Buff Daddy, Cuzzy Frank, Frank Grizzly, the Camouflage Man, the Handsome Man, the Redman, the Hellboy, Red Dawn, Baby Shay, Blue Eyes, and most importantly...
I think we got a new one.
Most importantly, I'm very excited about this.
Me too.
In several ways.
Maybe.
Now, a Sicilian.
Sicilian Shay.
Sicilian Shay.
S squared, baby. Sicilian Shay.
You've been upgraded from Shitty Shay to Sicilian.
Dude, that's a fair upgrade. I will take it.
Sicilian Shay now.
It's not FS anymore, it's SS. And we ain't talking German stuff.
Fuck them. So, no, I agree. So, I'm going to keep my mouth shut, and I'll start the preface with, basically, they have this thing out there now where you guys can go do your genealogy and do your genetic testing and find out who the heck you are and whatnot. And the Redman finally found out who he is. So I'm going to let him describe that whole journey. And
so first and foremost, you went from being a friend of theirs to a friend of ours.
Of ours now.
Oh! Did I kiss the ring?
You got to make sure.
First of all,
Did
you notice how when you did that, he went, like, what the hell's the matter with you?
Sicilians don't do it.
We don't do
noise.
it.
We're going to...
We don't do that either. We're fucking pirates.
We're going to hold your hand.
We don't do that either.
All right, so this is basically what happened.
To re-educate him.
My entire life, I was raised Italian. So I just assumed I identified mostly with Italian. Now, if you look at me, it's been said. Not often, but it's been said.
But the reason that there's a red in the flag.
That I look like I'm kind of red. There's a hue. A lot of times it's the fluorescent lighting. Sometimes it just could be things in the room or clothes that I'm wearing, but they think that I'm red. I've always liked, listen, I have to be honest, if it's red, it's because it's marinara sauce. That's the only reason I'd be red. So I found out there was this testing going on. I have to be honest, I'm getting to that age where stuff can start to go wrong. So I thought to myself, hey, this would be a great time, not only to find out what my actual heritage is, but some health stuff also. Because you never know, I will see what I'm predisposed to. But most importantly, I put it in there thinking, all right, I'm probably more Irish than anything else, just looking at me. And sure enough, I pull up the results, I look at them, and the first thing it says Italian. Now, I knew my mother was going to be extremely happy because she's 100% Italian. My grandmother's from Italy. She grew up in my house. That's how we were raised. My mother was the boss. We ate some type of pasta or Italian food 4 to 5 times a week. We did Sunday dinner, the whole thing. I was an altar boy, the whole thing. Having said that, sure enough, I pulled up and the first thing it says is Italian. So do I think of my mother? Do I think of my heritage and my family? Absolutely not. I immediately grab my phone, hit Paul and his brother Joe, and take a snapshot of the picture that says, not just Italian, because there's a lot of Italians, there's a lot of regions in Italy. Not just Italian, but Sicilian afangul. Right? How was that?
Pretty fucking bad.
That was bad?
Don't make me push you.
So anyway,
we're not pirates. What is that?
Because it's an island, and you never know.
We're not pirates.
So, raise the flag of the Mediterranean.
So in any event, sure enough, it said, I am Sicilian by a landslide. Now looking at this red man and seeing my Sicilian heritage, you think, wow, there must be more red people down there. So I was doing my due diligence, you pull it up, and sure enough, there's a lot of light-skinned, I don't want to say red-faced, because I'm not really red-faced, sometimes I'm just blushing. But there's a lot of light-skinned, light-haired, blue-eyed people down in Sicily. So there it is.
Look at me and him.
Yeah, he's not as red though.
I'm darkest of the dark. He's light eyes.
Yeah, he's light eyes. Well, his mother's also from Naples, so the northern Italy, northern Italians.
What do you know about it?
Because I have some stuff
They're
going on.
not even north. Naples is not north.
Well, it's more northern.
It's not even
northern.
It's considered. Excuse me. We're filming in here. Thank you. So it's not even considered north. I got to do that. It's like I'm not even doing it anymore. It's like we're gonna bolt the door and tell them not to come in here anymore. It's like you're a fucking retard. Seriously, I mean you see it. People are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And I
They're
legitimately
dumb.
thought he wasn't going to say anything,
No,
and
it's
I
like
just
they're
looked at him
dumb.
going,
It's
he's
like,
not,
what do you
he's
think
not
you're
going to
doing?
say
Like,
anything.
playing
It's the
games?
deepest red you've ever been.
Because I can't, when I laugh, I get even more red, because that shit was funny.
orange.
That shit was funny.
Yeah,
So
that shit was
basically,
funny.
Naples is not north. It's
Northern,
south.
more northern, more northern.
It's not north. There's no
It's like-
north involved.
But it's more like southern
no,
north.
it's all southern, completely. It's not happening because you're wrong.
Unless you're saying it's north of
Yeah,
Sicily,
it's
bro.
like-
You're
yeah.
fucking-
But that's what I mean. I mean,
But
it's
not.
it's like
There is-
North Carolina is north of South
There
Carolina.
is no north involved in the word in the description of Naples. Do me a favor.
But so
You're new. So
I
be
am new.
quiet.
I'm an infant.
Okay?
I'm an infant.
He's new.
You are no.
You got to ease me into the whole transition.
Well, that's-
I just started walking around
Here,
with
let's
with
get
black
you-
socks and
let's
some
get
sandals.
you eased in a little bit. Let's get you eased in a little bit. Let's get you eased in a little bit.
Yeah.
You might want to just drape yourself.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
go.
But put the red on the other side. Put the red. I don't want people looking at the red.
Here you go. The
Who
green.
cares? Like, it's going to make a difference. All right?
I know you don't like to mess the hair up, but
The hair ain't getting messed up. You don't got to worry about that.
So that's basically where he's at now.
welcome to the team.
Welcome to the club,
Welcome
baby.
to the team.
We'd like to note that he signed with.
Actually, I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to do the try.
No, this.
No, but
You're
I'm
Sicilian.
trying to do what.
But you're Sicilian. But look at me. You're Sicilian, like this.
But he's trying to do the Trinicari. I know.
That's exactly what I was trying to do.
He couldn't even say it.
No, he's just, that's why I did it.
Thank you. Yeah, I was going to mess it up. I was going to mess it up.
You know, but so now he's this newfound Sicilian, right? Which is the complete oxymoron of everything he is. Okay. So like, it's a matter of like outside of this, you know, him wearing the the gear and trying to be part of it. The biggest dilemma has been trying to get him rewired. Okay, because.
And I've been going
is-
through some trials and tribulations with that. I've been getting some checkup texts from my good Sicilian Italian friends on my behavior.
Let's stop you right now. The Sicilian friends. Just stop.
Oh, we don't.
Just do me a favor.
Just
You fucked up the geography already of the country, and then now you add Italian after Sicilian.
It's not necessary.
No.
It's like I understand.
You're talking top of the food chain of the Mediterranean people of that
area.
country.
All right,
Okay,
fine.
so
I
guess
respect
what?
it.
Okay, they are revered and feared by the rest of the country.
All the stereotypes of Italian
Guys
pretty much
came from the
Sicilian.
Sicilians. So here's this is what you have to understand. So at the end of the day, your trials and tribulations, your problems are because you're just not embracing who you are. Okay, you're
still fighting that.
You're at odds with
Dude,
yourself.
I'm trying. Dude, I'm trying. I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go. Let all that bad Irish out of me, sucking all the Sicilian.
Pizza?
Ooh, I feel a little bit better right now. I got a little pump going right now. I'm craving mozzarella sticks.
You see this right
I wish
here?
you weren't so fucking weird, bud.
But this is all this behavior right here
It's a little challenge.
thank you, Peter, is exactly what Sicilians don't do.
We don't do this stuff.
We do not.
Yeah, but sometimes some of them do.
Who? And how would you know?
I don't really know. I don't really know. I'm guessing. I'm hoping.
How would you know?
I'm just hoping.
It's like me going to Ireland and saying, okay, I'm Irish, and now all of a sudden I'm an expert in soda bread and fucking and whatever else.
Whatever,
they do.
yeah, they
You know,
don't
I
eat
don't know.
Fish and
I'm
chips,
that
maybe.
ignorant. I don't know what they do.
Fish and
You know,
chips.
my favorite
I don't
Irish-
know what else they eat.
My favorite Irish thing is Conor McGregor because he whoops ass. That's about it. But at the end of the day, guess what? At the end, this is your problem.
I know.
Because
I'm
you're-
working on it. But I gotta feel this stuff right here is gonna help me.
Listen, what I recommend is you eat mozzarella and sopressata
all
for
the time.
3 days
Okay.
straight, only espresso.
Can I put a little bit of Zumbuca in that?
I don't know. I don't know if you're ready for that yet. I think you need a baseline first.
Yeah, but sometimes can the coffee can at
I
least.
think you need at least 5 olive oil baths. Make sure it's virgin olive oil.
I don't do anything virgin.
Don't even acknowledge.
I don't-
Don't acknowledge it. Don't even. This is the thing. This is why he's not Sicilian. This is why, because we don't do tomfoolery and fuckery like this with everything that comes out of our mouths. We actually looked at more as because we're overkill of seriousness all the time. We're over.
I'm working
we're
on
very
that part of
intense.
me.
We're very focused. We're very cutthroat. Okay, but at the
you
same
gotta-
time,
I gotta be honest. I'm not gonna
And
lie. I
you
was.
over the camera.
And you got a dancing leprechaun.
I was pretty intense driving here.
Dude, the only thing
sitting
that's
in
intense about
traffic.
you is the color red that comes through your skin.
Right. And nobody cares about your traffic dilemmas. We're talking about Sicilian stuff right now.
Yeah, but dude,
So
I
if you-
started screaming and
Don't
yelling
mean-
at the guy in the
that's
car
just-
next to me when
listen.
he wasn't going every
Who
other
cares?
car.
Who cares?
That's Sicilian style.
No, it's not.
I almost jumped out of the car and got into a fight.
Nah, that's Shay style.
Oh,
Okay,
all right.
Sicilian style is just a way of how you carry yourself, the energy you emit.
So,
Okay.
Shay, now that you're Sicilian, name 2 famous Sicilians. 5 seconds.
Frank Polciato.
Don't count.
Can't
Joe Ciato and Joe Ciato Sr. Well, actually, he's really not senior because your brother's not truly a junior.
Yes, he is.
No, the middle name is different.
He's
Who else?
a fucking junior.
Another famous Sicilian, Don Corleone.
Famous fictional.
Done.
Oh God.
I thought your brother's middle name was different.
It's the same.
I'm gonna get him out. Afterwards, we're gonna add.
Terrible
think.
at geography. Terrible at genealogy.
It's just
terrible at
it's
navigating traffic.
It's a cluster.
Well, isn't one Giuseppe and the other one is?
No.
I always thought that, but no, listen. I always referred to him as junior
He is.
and senior, but I thought his name
My
was a little
nephew's the
different.
third.
Your nephew, I don't. I wish he was.
Forget it.
Okay,
Forget
I
it.
will ask him afterwards.
This is like he doesn't even like even as far as namesakes are concerned, how it's supposed to go. Frank is named after his grandfather.
Correct.
I'm named after my grandfather.
Correct.
Okay, that's how it's supposed to go. The first male child in Sicilian families are named after the paternal grandfather.
After
Okay?
the paternal grandfather.
Yeah. And then the next male child could be the junior, i.e., that's what was done in my family. Okay,
I like- I
Frank
gotta
is
be
the
honest, that's
only-
a really cool-
Frank is the male, only male in his family, so his sisters were named after his grandmother, right?
What's your sister's name?
One is the middle names. My mom didn't name them traditionally.
Right.
Yeah, they're Liana and Tanya, but their middle names are named after the grandmother.
After grandmother. So like that's what normally
Sebastiana and Felicetta.
that's what you usually do.
So, Chris, were you named after a relative? Dead relative?
I was named after Joseph, which was an Italian uncle. My middle name.
Oh, no.
Christopher, I think my mom just liked it because it had Christ in it. And the Italians are, they're crazy with that stuff. Christ, Joseph. I could have been any more religious. They would have thrown something else in there. De Jesus, I don't know.
De Jesus.
Well, there's
Oh, that's Jesus.
Well,
and now you understand why we have such a problem with him claiming to be Sicilian. Because
But the best is,
the habits,
I got the piece of paper and the DNA
The habits-
to say different.
it just do you watch the show Power?
Of course.
Okay, Tommy Egan has an Irish last name, but his
But
father's name was Teresi.
Yep.
He acts nothing like an Italian mobster. He's a mobster from Queens.
Yes, 100%.
Okay, but this is what we're dealing with here. You have no.
I'm just a mobster from
This
the
is
Bronx.
just no. You're not from the Bronx. You're from Patterson, New York. Okay, raised in a chamois house.
Yes, I was.
That's
person from the
that's
Bronx,
yeah.
Yes, I
That's
was.
it. Yeah. So the reality of it is that here's the problem. You were in you thought you were in conflict before
I'm really
when
in
you
conflict.
weren't really sure where the line was drawn. But now the fact that you actually have our blood running through your veins, our genetic predisposition, and the fact that it hasn't cleansed you or made you better yet is probably what we're more concerned about.
this is why you need at least 5
Believe it or not,
olive
I've
oil
actually been bleeding myself just to get the rest of the Irish blood out.
You would never.
That was
bust
kind of
pain
fun.
yourself.
Yeah, that was kind of
You're
fun.
too delicate.
Well, no, I do it with a little a needle.
I can't.
Pinprick my finger.
I can't.
Just so you know, one famous Sicilian is Joe DiMaggio.
I was going to say Joe DiMaggio
And
next.
Bullshit.
Al Pacino's another one. He's Sicilian too.
And I believe Frank Sinatra is.
Okay.
And he's got, and guess what kind of eyes he's got?
That's right. But he's not red.
Well, I'm not red either. It's the lighting in here. I'm telling you right now. It's the fact that I got this flag on and stuff, which I got to be honest, I feel warmer, almost like a comfort blanket, than I did before I came in here.
Well, here's the
I
thing.
feel safe. This is my safe space.
Well, that's the problem. That's how Sicilian.
that?
We don't fear from anything. We don't need to feel safe. We feel safe in our own skins. We're not worried about we need a blanket or I need a safe spot or we don't do that. So and you would think being around me for 40 fucking years, you were taught by the best, okay?
I've been,
that you
I've
would
been, I've
understand
been being
how it's
molded
supposed-
for years
It's not
now.
even molded because you're batshit crazy. There's no mold. Now it's a matter of where you need to make some real changes and you should embrace your genetic superiority and do it.
Well, he has more Puerto Rican culture in him than Sicilian.
Not true
Not true.
at all.
I have to agree with him on that. Not at all. I mean, it's
You see the colors in my house.
but it's a matter of
Do you eat rice and
again.
beans?
I love rice and beans. I ain't gonna lie, but I eat cannelloni beans. So when we make escarole and beans,
the thing is, he has to understand, and the problem is understanding exactly why the Sicilian people became this pillar of strength.
Yeah.
And that's because for many
Because they exiled people like him.
well, listen. The bottom line is Sicily, as Frank described earlier before we went on the filming the episode here, was he was saying that it was a gateway in the Mediterranean to anywhere. So everyone tried to claim the damn island. So anything from the Moors, Genghis Khan, the Portuguese, the French, the Greeks, Spanish. That's why, even like from a standpoint, you can have light-skinned brothers like myself and the darker brothers like Frank. You can have these guys. You can have redheaded Sicilians. But the fact of the matter is,
Platinum blonde.
the mafia was born to basically control or should we protect and to control and protect the culture of the island of Sicilians. And they want these people out. It only evolved into this crime syndicate later on. But its original origins were to do that. Because they were tired of everyone coming in and
trying to muscle
change
their
the
way,
language and all this other stuff. So all those influences. But that's why there's a lot of pride, and there is that intense cutthroat mentality of them because they've been fighting from peasantry, from being peasants, to keep people out. That's where they have their own flag, they have their own separation.
Their own identity.
Yeah.
There's people that say that one of the issues, like Sicilians have a big issue with rape. And the reason being is so many times have we been taken over that's literally in our DNA to not, we can't fucking handle that.
Right.
Like we're so that's why we're so hard, we're so defensive because you're constantly, we never had a moment where it was okay. We're on that island. It's in that trade route. People are constantly coming by and taking us over. So that's why it's so intense all the time.
Huh.
But
I mean, that makes sense. I have my intensity.
intense red.
Yeah, you have something.
He has intensity of confusion. That's the way I put it. Now, have you done your research about some of the things about Sicily?
Yes, I did. I've done a
Can
little
you
bit.
explain to everyone what this is here? I pulled this up for you.
Oh, the flag?
Okay, what's
Can you show
what's
the camera, please?
Can you turn it around? What? That is the Sicilian flag.
That's the Sicilian flag.
Okay, I'll hold this for you
What's
so
it
you can
called?
look at it.
What's it called? Can you pronounce it?
I can't really pronounce it though.
Yes, you can.
Speak up.
Try. Well,
It's called the Trinicati.
the Trinicati.
Okay, so
and I know that the Trinicati, that each leg represents the
Right.
actual, because the way it's angled, because of the
there's
country.
another version of it.
Yeah,
as well, Peter.
That's actually pretty. I like that. I don't remember what the yellow and the red stands for. Maybe blood and urine. No, blood and what?
You gotta learn.
I plan on doing my homework.
Well, you haven't done any of your homework.
I've done some homework.
Well, let's
Strap
hear
on,
about it.
Shay.
So look at the camera.
I haven't
Tell
done
Peter
enough.
about
I
it.
haven't done enough about the homework.
Well, why
I
not?
gotta say, because I was in the process of just getting all this information and digesting it, and now it's time for me to actually delve into that area.
So what else you got there, Paul?
So we have the Trinicati, we have all the Sicilian flag. We have other things too, like, see, me being and Frank being
And Chris being,
Sicilians. This is on my keychain from one of my vehicles.
and this is on
Okay.
my necklace.
And on my other, I wonder where you got that from.
Let me ask you a question. Do you know what that is?
Do you know what this is?
The Italian horn, of course I do.
What is it though?
What does it
Put
do?
closer out of focus.
How's it better?
And no one told you to get up.
Oh, I just wanted to show off my flag.
Nobody cares. Sit down.
For good luck.
Okay, so
From
Pete,
what?
you got that?
Okay, we got like 5 minutes
Evil
left in the
spirits.
episode, so come on. You gotta pay attention.
Do you know what this is?
The Maloik.
What's that for?
The what?
It's the bull.
No.
No.
It's the horns of the bull. I
So
thought.
Italians believe.
That this will keep ward off the evil spirits.
No, Italians believe that you could literally give someone bad luck
By looking at it.
By looking at them.
Right.
So you wear the Maloik because you don't want to get the eye.
Roughly
Evil eye.
translated, the Maloik,
Thank you.
okay, is basically translated as the evil eye. No, the old school go like this.
Right.
The
Oh,
Maloik.
that I see. That I know.
Okay? You can actually put that energy into people. Now, Sicilians, we're immune to it. Why? Because we started that shit. Okay? But out of respect for all that stuff,
That's
we
why I
have
keep it here.
I have the Maloik too on one of my other keychains, but it's a matter of also, but it's all, and the big thing about the horn is designed to ward off the Maloik, ward off evil, bring you good luck, but it's considered an amulet, all right? And depending on how you look at it, like a lot of Italians would wear it with the crucifix. That was a no-no. I did it at the beginning until the
found
church was like, no, you don't want to do that because it's that paganism type of,
Gotcha.
amulet shit. Now when you read differently, they say it is okay because it's looked at as a good thing.
Yeah.
But if you look at the history of it too, it also was, they said that was designed to bring you financial gain through evil means. So, but that's been disputed as well.
Oh, okay.
All right, but again, as a Sicilian man, I learned my history. I learned things.
So let's give you some. So, do you understand why there's 3 legs?
Yes, because of the triangle of the.
No. So the history of Sicily is that 3 nymphs
Oh, I didn't know this at all.
danced all around the world, gathering all the best fruit, all the best stones, everything, throwing it into the sea, and creating Sicily. So Sicily is essentially made from all the best things from around the world. The reason why there's 3 legs is the representation of the 3 nymphs, and the feet are there because they danced all around the world, bringing all the best to create Sicily.
I did not know that. I thought it was because more of a triangular
No.
type country.
See, this is your problem.
No, this is great. Keep going. And the Medusa head is to.
It's not a
It's not
Medusa.
Medusa head.
I thought it was a Medusa.
No.
Is there snakes on her fucking
There's no
head?
fucking snakes, shit.
I don't have my glasses on. I can't see. I thought it was a Medusa head.
So how do
I thought I even read it was a Medusa head.
Yes,
to be
please.
honest
how
with
does, how does the mainland Italians how do they
View
feel
us?
about
How do they view
Sicilian
us 3?
and vice versa?
Well, I can tell you based on the fact that I'm half a Sicilian and half Calabrese that Sicilians and regular Italians usually don't get along. Sicilians don't like being
And for the
considered
record, is that
Italians.
true?
And just for the record, the second province that has most of my blood in it after Sicily is Calabria. So that's interesting.
So Sicilians don't like to be considered Italians. Italians don't like to consider Sicilians Italians. I think a lot of it. I mean, I'm sure you're gonna get different stories depending on where you get from. I think a lot of Italians feel like the negative stereotypes, which mainly come from Sicily, are attributed to all Italians, and they don't want that. They don't want that assessed. A lot of mainland Italians feel like, oh, you know, because we were Roman and we were great and so on and so forth, that Sicily is like a smudge, if you will.
Well, here's the thing. I'm also Sicilian and Napoletan, so my mother's family's from Naples. So, but the Sicilian part of it always supersedes it. Now, the part of it is that, to Frank's point, now Rome, you know, the Vatican, so on and so forth, the Vatican's considered, is a separate country within one, and no one knows that.
Yeah.
But everyone's, oh, the culture's in the South. All the artsy-fartsy Venice shit up north is great, but the culture's in the South. That's the people. Those are the provinces. That's where everything happens. That's where you learn. That's what it's about. You take the train all the way down to Calabria, get on the fucking ferry over the canal to Sicily. That's how you're going to find out what it's about. But the outreach of Sicily on the whole country is so strong that they don't play games. They don't play games over there. Like my father told me as a little boy that when it evolved into this criminal organization, that if you fuck with them, they kill everybody. They kill your dog, they kill your kids, they kill your family, they kill everybody. So when you, in The Godfather, in the first one, when he basically, he kills Paolo, which is the first son of Antonio Andolini, A.K.A, which becomes Vito Corleone. If you notice, she's begging him not to kill. But he's going to kill the other kid. He's going to kill Vito because he knows someday he's going to come back to get him. And that's how entrenched. If you look at the movie, he does. He goes back and he kills him. You know, that's how entrenched it is. That's how far the reach and the stimulus of that of Sicily has in the whole country. But that's the viciousness of that society where they kill law enforcement, they kill the judges, they kill everybody, and they'll leave one just to remind that person what they're capable of, and everyone else watching that they'll wipe out a whole generation. You know, and I'm not boasting about it. Trust me, it's not good at all. But that's the mentality of it. So when you talk about the Sicilian people and why we're so intense, the positive parts of it come from that. You know, the law-abiding Sicilian people, you know, the hardworking, et cetera, et cetera. It all comes from what Frank described earlier in this. It's that focus, that intensity, and it just depends on which direction you're going to channel it. Now, the problem here with the Redman is that he is in organized chaos for the last 48 years, and now
I'm just getting my footing now.
Well, no, you're not allowed. See, there's no. That's what you're not getting. See, there's no. Oh, I'm gonna ease my. No. Now that it's in you and it's flowing through your fucking veins, you're held accountable.
Do you understand? They took
that's
the best of everything, threw it into the sea, and made a great.
And made me.
And made the island of Sicily.
Yeah.
That,
I believe
that's,
that.
Think about.
I always thought I was the best of everything.
Think about the balls.
So this
on
works
that.
out perfectly.
Think about the balls on that.
So what do you have to say, Shay?
I want to say,
What are you looking at me for?
Say something in Italian.
No pressure.
And don't say something stupid.
I can't say
Running out of time.
All I want to say
Don't
is
embarrass your people.
it's nice to be welcomed with open arms from my people. I look to represent them well, do the right things, and have everybody prosper and flourish.
Guys, that's it for the Nat Chat podcast. Paul Ciotto, Redman Shay. I'm Frank Ciotto. Check us out on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook. All the
Maybe in Sicily.
Maybe
Who
in
knows?
Sicily. All the forms of social media. We appreciate all your comments. Like, subscribe, share. And to all our Sicilian family and friends, we'll see you next time.